Hello everyone, Rodimus 2099 here with another review. Today we are reviewing another McFarlane DC figure. I am really, and I mean really, liking this line. You probably already know what it is by the thumbnail, but this is a figure that I wasn't originally too excited about because I don't like the... Excuse me. I don't like the style. I love the character though. Excuse me again. I love the character though, so I decided to go on and buy it. It is John Stewart Green Lantern. John Stewart Green Lantern was probably one of my favorite characters as a kid. I love Green Lantern in general. He's my favorite character, I think. Definitely. And so getting a... I don't like Hal Jordan too much. In some series, he's way too cocky. In some other series, he's way too... sort of like kiddish. And I don't like that. I like a Green Lantern who knows why they took the oath, which really Hal doesn't know. And that's what I don't like about him. But again, that's probably another video for another time. But this guy, whatever hatred I have for Hal Jordan makes up for it in the fact that McFarlane did this figure way better than I thought he would have. So I wanted a new Green Lantern figure. I haven't had one in a while. Because I sold some of them when I was like, I don't like these figures. They don't look nice. They aren't good. Why, articulation-wise, I'll sell them. And yeah, I know, that's bad. That's bad. I'm probably not going to do that again. But you know, I was happy about it. But I was like, I really do need a Green Lantern for my display. And I was like, I'll get a comic book one. DC Central said that they were making a Green Lantern figure and Sinestro figure. I'm like, perfect. I'll buy those two. I'm not going to buy them now. I might still buy the Sinestro, because I do like Sinestro. But Hal Jordan, definitely don't like his character. And then I was like, oh, McFarlane, he made one. I'll think about it. And I was definitely saying no in my mind. I love John Stewart so much more than Hal Jordan, but I don't like the animated style. And I was worried that this guy would have a tough time standing up. All of my corrections were proven wrong when I saw him in my comic book shop. Just look on the wall, and I see it, and I go, oh, okay, I'll test him out, knowing that I love him. And I love him so much. It's amazing. Because what I was thinking is, okay, they're going to go a tad bit smaller than I thought they would. Because obviously, $24 price range, they want to have at least a worthwhile amount of profit from it. So usually they say 60-40 or something like that. But I feel like this is 99-1. Because there's a lot of stuff with this figure. One, he isn't made out of a very thin plastic. It is a very thick plastic, which is good. He can support his weight. He isn't too hollow. And he is big, but he's not big like other figures who are like, oh, they're so big. He does have a tough time standing up, because this is CD cases. They are not as unified as something else. But he is really, really articulation and also style good. He's really nice. That's all I can really say. I love Green Lantern. He's probably definitely I love Green Lantern because there's so many... It's such a simple suit that really you can focus more on the articulation. There's no cape, there's nothing to really screw it up. So, they definitely did not screw this one up. And I like the concept of the animated design. Everyone's super... I like the idea that was behind that animated look. It's very much so that they're very skinny legs and then buffer upper torsos, because that's how the comics kind of were. They were like, alright, they don't have the best legs ever. But I was just like, they took that to such a degree where it just doesn't look good sometimes. I definitely might consider the Batman and Superman now because of this guy. The Superman definitely does look good. I think all three Superman figures look good. I'm just not super big of a Superman fan. Like, I need one or two, and I already have a really good one, so I might not need another one. But Maybe I do. Then also, just the bigness alone feels like this is something that Marvel Legends would give us. So 22, I paid, I think 22, 24 maybe. I paid a high price range, over $20 price range, which is kind of high for a figure, definitely. But I was like, okay, there's definitely going to be some cheap out thing with it. He's not going to have any accessories like the Essentials one does. The Essentials one is around the same price. Maybe a little less, but maybe a little more. I don't exactly remember the last time I checked it. So, I was definitely expecting a higher price range for this guy, because, well, he's bulkier, he's bigger, and he's better than that figure. But this figure does not just end with him. It ends with these two things. A giant machine gun Green Lantern charge, and then a sort of Mike Green Lantern thing. I don't know what to call this. I definitely think it looks like a Mike. Feels out of place, but maybe he could be contacting Earth or something, or Superman. He could have it chained to Batman's intercoms, and maybe I don't know. But coming with this is a lot of plastic, and it's not. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break on me. Most times when I have clear plastic weapons, I'm like, oh, they're gonna break. Like oh, who was it? Who was it? Could have been a Green Lantern figure. I don't know if it was, but it was some type of figure who had this giant sort of. It was like a axe almost, but it was made out of clear plastic, and the thing immediately broke. Just immediately broke. And then he had clear guns; those broke too. So I was definitely not happy. This feels like it's gonna last me a long time, and honestly, it's so much cooler. So I don't exactly know how you're supposed to do it. I find that if you go like this, it holds on a lot better on his wrist. And that's just shoving it down his arm. So his arm is right here. It's right here. That's where his hand is. So it does cover the full arm. But doing that, I would recommend against doing that because it did chip some of the plastic. But I think it's fine. I'm not too big on it. I don't think I'm ever going to have him just with his ring showing it. But then you could also do the other way, which is having this arm holding it. I know I'm kind of close to the camera, but the camera, I took down some Funko Pops, so it is a lot closer than usual. And you can sort of have him holding it like that, and then sort of have it like something like that. And then the mic thing is just easy enough to clip around the back of his neck. And there you go. There you go. It's easy. Easy peasy. Easy lemon squeezy. Yeah, I like it. I like this a lot. I like this look a lot. He has my purchase. I would buy 3 of him if I could. He is admittedly so good. And just worth it. He's just worth it. Because I'm not super big on this design. I don't love it. But when I saw this figure, I went, that face sculpt is Jon Stewart, and that's my Jon Stewart. That's a figure I want. So when I got him, I was definitely not unhappy. I think the only figure that I was a little more happy with for price, because I did pay around $27 for the Batman Who Laughs, but that was because I got him right away. So, but the other guy is the Hellbat suit. And Todd McFarlane said that he's not gaining a lot of money with this. I think he's at $24 with this figure because of how much plastic it takes to make. I think this figure is close to 24 or 22. He's extremely close. I think he's around maybe 19 or 20, where sometimes Hasbro Marvel Legends stuff, that takes them so little to make that they make a lot of profit from it. But McFarlane is losing out, which I think is really, that's a kind of cool thing. It's just showing that he's actually caring about the license. He wants to make not only figures, but he wants to make good figures, which I think is just the most admirable thing ever that I've heard come out of his mouth. And I've met the guy. He's really nice. So, what do you think of this guy? let me know in the comments below. I think he is fantastic. I think he is fantastic. He's just great. Also, Spectre Prime, are you still out there? I don't know if you are. I hope you are, because you're a really cool guy. I love seeing your comments. If you're still there, let me know. I just haven't seen you in the last, 3 days. Anyway, he knows who he is. Spectre Prime. Love you, man. So let me know what you guys think of this figure. I will probably be making a solo stop-motion series on this guy, because he is awesome. You think I'm joking, do you? Tomorrow is also going to be a review. I know, no gameplay. I'm going to maybe switch up the schedule so that there's only one day of gameplay, because it's just too hard to do 2 days of games. So I might just switch it to one day, which is Thursday, and I think that will be much better. Because then I can make sure that I'm getting games out. But the 6th is coming up, which, if you don't know what's coming out the 6th, it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which I remember that was my first Pokemon game, so I'm gonna get very sad when I play that because it's so nice. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends who love DC figures and like talking about them a little too much. Join me for another review tomorrow of the McFarlane Superman. Yes, I bought the comic book version. I bought 2 of them. I love them. And I will share more of my thoughts on that figure and what he could have done better in the next video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.